College Football 26 is here, and if you are looking for an easy offensive scheme to move the ball up and down the field at will, this is the video for you. It's the beginning of the year and everyone is scrambling to try and find good offense and defense, and with the addition of thousands of new plays, it can be challenging to find something that works for you. So today we're going to be creating an offensive scheme consisting of 5 plays that are simple to execute, synergize effectively, and offer high scoring potential. This formation is fantastic because it contains a lot of important offensive advantages such as quick snap plays, elite route combos, and even a pre-snap motion that works for the run and the pass. The formation we're going to be using today is gun Y off trio close, and it can be found in these playbooks. So the first play we're going to be looking at is flood, and this is legitimately the best stock pass play I have seen in the game thus far. This play has an added benefit for us Dynasty guys because it needs no adjustment, so Stadium Pulse has no effect, and that is crucial to have in your playbook. This works versus every coverage, but particularly does well versus man and cover 2. Versus man, it feels like you legitimately have everything open on the field. You have your out route, your corner route, your zig, and even your deep dig. Versus cover 2, you're really just going to be reading the right side flat to the zig and then to the corner route. As an added tip, here are 2 adjustments you can make to the play to make sure you open up that corner route for a giant chunk play. You can hot route the tight end into a go and stem down the corner route once. With this spacing, you should be able to hit this corner route relatively easily for a giant chunk play. Versus cover 3, cover 4, and any sort of match coverage, they're all going to have the same issue with the zig route getting open. The next play we're going to cover is motion inside zone. This play is really a setup play and serves as the cornerstone of a 3-play combo that all utilize this pre-snap motion. This is a great run play, and paired with the next 2 pass plays, keep the defense from knowing whether the motion means run or pass. This play is very simple, not a lot to explain here. We just snap the ball, the receiver comes across the formation in motion, and we hand it off to the running back for an inside zone. Actually ends up being a very strong run, and like I said, it's really just a setup. It's a very strong run for it being in a passing formation, but it's just a setup for the other plays. Now let's talk about the first pass that plays into the pre-snap motion really well, and that's motion mesh rail. It goes without saying that you can create many setups out of this play, but for simplicity's sake, we're just going to leave it stock. This play is really strong versus virtually every coverage but match, and even versus match, you can usually hit one of these double drags. When facing press man, make sure to hot read the pre-snap motion wheel route, as it gets open nearly every single time. Your opponent's going to have to respect it. Versus cover 2, 3, and 4, they all run into the same problem. The double drags and the slant hitch is too many targets for the linebackers to defend. If they go to the hitch, the drag is open. If they go to the drag, the slant hitch is open. It's that simple. Thank you so much for watching this far into the video. If you enjoyed the content so far, please consider liking the video as we are locked in this year in College Football 26. We are hitting tips and tricks, offensive and defensive schemes, online dynasties, and rebuilds. We're doing it all. So please consider subscribing and turning the noties on for your one-stop shop, all things College Football 26. Any support helps as we kick off this new year, and I appreciate it. Now back to the video. To round out our pre-snap motion trio, let's look at motion PA cross switch. This just further adds depth and mystery to that pre-snap motion concept that the defense is seeing. I usually drag the tight end, cancel the play action, and put the running back on a table route. This particular setup is good against cover 2 and match, but versus man and cover 3, I might change up the route combo a little bit or just audible out. Versus cover 2, this play creates a simple high-low read concept between the crosser and the table route that is difficult for the defense to cover both in this shell. Versus any match defense, routes like crossers just give match a hard time. So in both these scenarios, being able to hit your crosser just becomes a game of buying time. Now we come to my favorite play in this formation, smash return, and it is literally great against all coverages. It has no direct weaknesses. My setup to this is just simply streaking RB, and putting X on a crosser, and just like that, you have one of the best plays in the game. So we're just going to run through all the coverages here. Versus press man, it doesn't stand a chance. Multiple man-beating routes with the tight end drag, the return route, slot crosser, slot streak. It all has potential to beat man depending on the defensive alignment. Now with cover 2 and cover 3, they both have the issue with dealing with that late in-breaking return route. The slot streak causes the defensive hook curl to latch on and travel up with the streak, allowing for that return route to get to a great pocket of space. And even against cover 4, now you're in for a real treat, because not only does it have to deal with the same things that cover 2 and cover 3 do, but the streak pushes the quarter back far enough to fit in that crosser right in the middle of the field if they refuse to user it. And that is a big reason why this is my favorite play in the game right now. Just to add into bonus plays for you, don't forget about 0-1 trap and this RPO. These might be some great third and fourth quarter surprises. After the defense seeing some drives of you in this offense, they probably won't be prepared for something like an 0-1 trap or even this RPO bubble. Here are just a few generic tips I want to give you before we close this video, and I hope it will help maximize your success in this offense. Number 1 is to set your passing settings to your liking. Now, there are a lot of opinions about what people prefer between revamped and placement and accuracy. I encourage you to try both and use what is most comfortable for you. Now, this is one of those things where a lot of people have a lot to say about which is better, and there's many who think it really doesn't matter at all. But even if you don't think there's much of a difference, I would still advise to go ahead and try out both, because the last thing you need to be second guessing in the middle of a game is how confident you are that your passing settings are good. It's just simply a bad idea to be unsure and timid about your passes when it only takes a split second of hesitation to end up throwing a pick. Now, I am more of a pass heavy player every year myself, so if you want an idea of some good settings, here are mine right now. I am running placement and accuracy, passing slowdown off, pass lead increase none, and reticle speed 10. Now for number 2, we all know part of the fun in college football is setting up your team the way you want and putting players where you want them. To help maximize this offense, I would suggest putting your fastest wide receivers in the spots where we have crossers and streaks. That way, not only do they have the potential to burn defenders off the line of scrimmage, but also routes like crossers take a long time to develop. The last thing you want is a slower target running that route, and then you get sacked just waiting on it to get across the field. Now, the third thing I would say is be creative and adaptive with this scheme. I can't give you every route combo that is good versus every single kind of defensive scheme that you might see. I mean, that would probably end up being a 3-hour-long video of X's and O's that no one would want to sit through. So just be aware of what the defense is doing, what coverage shells they like, where are they bringing the pressure. Once you notice those things, be willing to change up your combos to counter their coverage. Constantly changing up where you are attacking the defense keeps you unpredictable and difficult to stop. Number 4 is to utilize practice mode. I cannot stress enough the value that can be had from just going into practice mode and repping these plays. Every year, I tell people to be willing to sit in there and figure it out, man. I know it can be boring, and sometimes you just want to play the game, but finding measurable improvement versus things that you struggle with is best seen and labbed up in practice mode. Learn the spacing and rhythm of the route combos, timing your throws, what different coverages look like versus each play, and even what they look like pre-snap. Practice mode is the fastest and most efficient way to get dozens of reps to improve on these concepts. All right, I'm done yapping. That'll wrap it up for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and let me know down in the comments if you plan on using this scheme. God bless. Blitz out.